Okay, welcome back, everyone, to the Power of the Tribe. I am very excited to bring back one of our inspirational speakers, Lynne Williams. And as we referenced in the interview, Lynne is going to give us 7 LinkedIn tips for female entrepreneurs and working moms. So I'm so glad to have you back. Welcome, Lynne. How are you today?
I'm doing very well, thanks. Glad to be back here to share some great LinkedIn tips. So if you look at the bottom of the page, you're going to see where you can access this deck. So if you take note of that particular bit.ly link, it is case sensitive. So it is a capital T, a capital L, and a capital I. Now, one thing you might want to try is if you open up your phone and hold your camera app and you hold it up to the QR code, it'll actually pull up the PowerPoint presentation on your phone. It's actually not a PowerPoint, it's a Google slide presentation. So let's just dive right in here and let me start sharing some tips. So some LinkedIn statistics are that it was started in 2003, but there's over 660 million people worldwide that are on the platform. And every second, 2 new members join LinkedIn. So you definitely want to be on this platform. And you want to build your personal brand because it's what people are saying about you when you leave the room. They know exactly what it is that you do. And when you're out networking, this is a great way of continuing to build your professional network online so that you can keep those connections. Now, you do have to have over 500 connections on LinkedIn in order for the algorithm to work for you. So just consider this networking on steroids, and you absolutely have to network. You can't just, not network. You've got to make it a habit.
So let me ask you a question, because this is something I just learned. So what's with the magic 500?
I don't know. If you were to go into Google and say, why do you need 500 connections on LinkedIn? There will be a plethora of articles and reasons why. It's basically because the algorithm thinks that's the magic number of connections before it'll start, helping push things out for you. Now, you have to have a minimum of 30 to be anybody on LinkedIn. So you got to really work hard to get that first 30, and then your next goal is 500.
I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah. All right. So that was tip number 1. So tip number 2 is you have to incorporate keywords. So the keywords need to be in 5 places. This is where I put them. The first one is your headline. Now, if you're doing LinkedIn on a desktop, you can have 120 characters in your headline. If you are doing it on a mobile phone, you can get up to 200 characters in your headline. So you get a little more mileage. And then your about section, which is your summary, basically, that's what it used to be called, you can have up to 2,000 characters, but you definitely want to put keywords in there. And then in your work experience section, you can embellish your job titles. So let's say you were VP sales. Well, VP sales of what? You could put space, pipe space, which is like an up and down slash. And you can put other keywords that further explain that you were the VP sales, global Asian market, widgets, electronics, whatever it may be. Also, your skills and endorsements, those are all keywords, and you can have 50 of them. Publications and projects, it's not only what the publication is called, but also in the description area. So keywords need to be in LinkedIn's database. So I'm going to do a live demo, but I'm going to do that at the end, okay? When I pull up my LinkedIn profile, I will do that demo of the keywords. Now, you also want to create meta tags for your photo and your banner with your name and keywords before you upload it back to LinkedIn. So you could have up to 256 characters of keywords before the .jpeg, and you want to put dashes in between the words and your name so that all the keywords that are associated with your name are part of the renaming of the photo. But you can see I have the first 60 some odd words. I've highlighted those in blue. Those are the ones that are the most important because I don't know exactly 60, 62, 64. I'm still trying to find this out from a Google expert, but Google indexes these keywords associated with your name, and that will help build SEO and help you build your brand. And you know that when you go on Google, there are images and photographs, and people can easily find these when they have the keywords that are associated with your name. Were you aware of that?
No, and I'm going to tell you something because I thought my LinkedIn profile was updated, and some of these things I had, but to embed these opportunities and words, I did not even realize that was an opportunity. Wow.
Yeah. So you, as I said, you can have up to 256 characters, and I've got 185, for what I'm showing you on the screen here. But the first 60 or 60-ish are the most critical because of the way the Google indexing works. Now, another thing is, tip 4 is you need to become a thought leader. This is a really good article. It's really short and sweet. It's a couple pages. And you need to post in your homepage. You need to write articles. You need to post in groups. You need to note how many views you get, likes, shares, comments, leads, just by sharing your content with others. And you want to blog. So here's an example of a student class assignment on WordPress. And this happens to be my daughter. And she actually took the articles from her graduate class, and she posted them from WordPress, and then also posted them on LinkedIn. So she got a double bang for her buck. Now here is her LinkedIn profile. So she's made it to be her online portfolio. And you can see where the red outlines are on the left-hand side. She's got some Google Docs there that have a lot of links in it. And that takes people to an electronic portfolio. So if you don't have a website built, or you want to enhance your reach with an electronic portfolio, this is a great way of doing it. On the right-hand side, she's made a couple videos that she posted on YouTube, and she put her video editing skills as part of her master's degree. And then she did some video trainings as a high school help desk manager, and she included those also.
When it comes to the Google bought YouTube, and when it comes to SEO, rich content, videos are always really good for SEO, just in a standard website.
Yes.
So with the LinkedIn, that your SEO for your LinkedIn profile then goes back to your YouTube profile, don't they eventually just keep rising each other and increasing overall?
Yes, no. You will find that something called a native video will get you farther on LinkedIn than posting a YouTube video. The reason being is if you video something on your computer or your phone and you post it right to LinkedIn, that would be considered a native video. And what that's doing is it's keeping you on the LinkedIn platform a little bit longer than a YouTube video would be, because if you clicked on the YouTube video, you would leave LinkedIn and you would go to YouTube. So LinkedIn rewards people that, keep others on the platform longer. So that's why native videos do much better than the ones from YouTube. But video is a big thing.
So let me ask you this then. So, and thank you, because I was doing it the other way around. And the reason why I was utilizing YouTube was be able to do the editing and then uploading it to having it as the ability to compress it and have something that's finished. Do you use a different a different service then, or are you it's really truly only when it's live to LinkedIn?
Well, if you take a video by using your iPhone, for example, then, it'll save in your camera app, and then you can just upload that right into LinkedIn right from your phone. And, if you upload something to your computer, if you have a Mac, then you use iMovie. If you have a PC, I just don't know what what that platform is, because I'm a Mac girl.
Well, I do want to share with the audience what I just discovered this year. So I use the Adobe Suite,
Okay.
and the Adobe the Premium Pro is pretty heavy when it comes to that's like real. But they came out with a new product called Premium Rush. It really is a really concise, really great editing tool, and it's really easy to use. So I recommend that. So that's what I use. I like it to look pretty and finished.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So tip 6 is white space matters. It is much easier to skim and scan when you have white space between bullet points under your work experience, for example, and you could just tell just by looking at the two without even reading, that the numbers pop a lot better when you're looking at your quantifiable accomplishments than they do when they're all smashed together. We are inundated with so much content every day that we tend to skim and scan. I don't know if you're aware, but there was a study done, and I think it said that humans have an attention span of 7 seconds and goldfish have an attention span of 8 seconds. And if you watch a YouTube video, it's called, I think, Social Revolution 2018 or Socialnomics 2018. It's by a gentleman by the name of Eric, E-R-I-K, Qualman, Q-U-A-L-M-A-N. And he talks about it's not whether you do social media or not, it's how well you do social media. And one of the examples in his little video is this goldfish of 8 seconds. So we have to be able to put content on our LinkedIn profile that is short and sweet and skimmable and scannable.
Okay.
Now, the other thing is, tip 7 is you should check your social selling index. And this changes every single day. So you could see the day that I took this screenshot, I was an 83 out of 100. And if you look at the bars over on the right, you'll see some blue links there. Those are hyperlinks. And LinkedIn will actually give you some suggestions as to how you can improve your scores. Now, the purple one, I will not improve until I buy the Sales Navigator premium platform. Right now, I only have the business premium platform. But if you look at the top right, it shows that I'm in the top 1% of industry ranking, and I'm also top 1% of my network ranking. And I do have over 10,000 connections. So I like that. I like to check my scores. It's my report card on LinkedIn.
Okay, so let me ask you a question with this then. Is there a maximum amount of connections you can have on LinkedIn?
Yes, you can have 30,000 first level connections. And after that, people need to be followers. So then it'll take you up to 1 million, 2 million, whatever, how many people, want to follow you and participate in learning about, your content and what goes out in your feed. But you can only have 30,000 first level connections. It didn't used to be like that, but they did change it.
Let me ask you this then also, when it comes to, is there, obviously you want to, you need to get to your 500, right? But as you start, and 30,000 is a large number. Can different contacts change your formula and reach? In other words, should you have a tighter list, or is it good to just have more the merrier?
There's something called a LinkedIn Open Networker, and these are the people that are these super connectors that have these 10, 20, 30,000, followers. And if you think about it, if you were to hold your hand out, I don't know, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. So if you hold your hand out, you think about, okay, here's your 5 connections, and then each connection has 5 more connections, right. And then it's this, it creates this funnel. So by virtue of, if somebody likes or shares or comments on your content, it's going to go out and multiply like rabbits, so to speak, on social media, so that, potentially you'd get more looky-loos and shares. It's so funny. I was at a SCORE Women's Entrepreneurial Symposium last May, and I put out an article from Harvard Business Review. It had giraffes in it, and I forget the exact name of the article, but it had to do with what 7 or 8 lines can you come up with doing networking. I posted that. It had over 160,000 views.
Wow.
And it absolutely floored me. So I used a hashtag, networking, and I only used one hashtag in it. And it just went all over the world. It was just absolutely crazy. So I've never had that kind of action, on my LinkedIn profile before. I'm happy, if there's a couple thousand views or, something like that. But that one just really went viral, so to speak. You never know.
So let me ask you this. Speaking of which, regarding hashtags.
Yes.
That's always one. So when you're creating your LinkedIn hashtags, what does that look like? It's obviously, some are better than others. How do you create your hashtags?
Okay. Can I do that at the end when I go online?
Yes.
Because I'm going to take you to a really good article that's going to help answer that. All right.
Oh, fabulous. Okay.
Because we're almost done. I just wanted to share a couple more slides. So here's a profile checklist. These are the things that you have to address on LinkedIn. And then here's your homework. You need to join groups and fix your headline and add your skills and endorsements, and etc. And then I wanted to share this profile. But again, when I go on LinkedIn and I get off this PowerPoint, then I'm going to share a little bit about this person, because this is an entrepreneurial mom who didn't have a LinkedIn profile, and now she made it to Parade Magazine because she connected with the right publishers. So here are a bunch of links to get to all of my platforms for my nonprofit and my LinkedIn group and company page, etc. And then here is my giveaway. So if you fill out the questionnaire, you're going to be sent a link as to how to make a word cloud banner for your LinkedIn profile, 24 reasons why you should be on LinkedIn, and instructions on how to do a Boolean search in and out of LinkedIn, as well as lots of other links to good articles to read. So let me get out, and I'm going to go on the LinkedIn profile. And first, I'm going to show you Deborah. I can't say that I have anything to do with her headline, because she changed it once she hit what she calls the Holy Grail, I guess. But if you take a look at her About section, it's short and sweet and gives her value proposition and tells exactly what it is that she does. And it has her core competencies. And if you see, well, they used to all be in alphabetical order. But those are all keywords so that hopefully she could be found. And then here are some career highlights. And there's white space in between those bullet points. And let's check out that last one. Interviewed President Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Shimon Peres, and NASA astronauts. Pretty cool, huh? Now, I have not participated in her platform for a couple years, but so I'm going to skip the beginning part here, but I just want to show you that here you can see her headline or her job titles. It says senior content writer and editor, journalist, interviewer, researcher, storyteller, blogger. Those are all keywords. So that's that embellished job title that'll get you up to 100 characters. And again, there's the bullet points that have the white space in between. Now, if you go down to her publications, you'll see that you can click on her publications to, get to see what it is that she writes about. Now, I'm going to go to my LinkedIn profile. And so you see how this word cloud banner, okay? And she had one also. So that's in the giveaway so that you can learn how to make that word cloud banner.
Okay, so quick question, the word cloud banner that you're referencing.
Yeah.
Are those embedded keywords?
They are keywords, but they're not embedded. It is not searchable. It is an image only. Okay. But at least I've got it in my favorite colors and I've got the keywords that I want people to know me for. Okay. So I've customized it. Now, if you go to my publications, I've got quite a few of them. Okay. So I write every single week about LinkedIn for 3 publications, and they're local to the Philadelphia suburb area, but they're still applicable, anywhere. Now, I wanted to show you about the keywords before I take you to another platform, and then that'll be pretty much the end of what I wanted to share today. So I want you to click on this Jobs tab here, and I want to take you to see Project Manager and Greater Philadelphia. Whoops. And you're going to see up in the top left-hand corner, there's 3,446 jobs. So if I change that R to a ment and I click on search again, you're going to see there's now 8,726 jobs. So you want to use the keyword from the database where there's more. You want to be found, right? So let me do one other example just so you get the picture here. Let's say you're a writer. I'm going to click search. There's 417. So let's go to written communications and click again. And there's 15,770. It's a huge difference. So you really need to research each and every single keyword.
Okay, that's fascinating. That's really cool. All right.
Last thing I want to show you is I'll take you to my website of my nonprofit. And we've got goodies. You don't have to be in the greater Philadelphia area to participate in this. But I want to share with you. Down here, it says blog, read more blogs. And I've taken some of the articles that I've written for the other publication and put it here. So we were just talking about hashtags, right? So here's one of the articles on hashtags that I had written. And LinkedIn just changed some things with regards to hashtags. You need to use 3 hashtags. And here's an example. I did this post that had 3 hashtags in it, and I did another post that had 4 hashtags. But 3 hashtags are now becoming part of the URL. And you know that when you have a URL, that has something to do with SEO and being found, right? So the other thing I want to show you is we do have a membership page, which I had also referenced on the PowerPoint. And here is a $15 free will donation for career management checklist. But for $35, you get the career management checklist and a whole bunch more. And this can be used for anybody for career management, whether you are self-employed, unemployed, or employed. So you just click join now, $35 a year. I mean, such a deal.
And then it also goes to helping others with their careers.
Exactly. We
Fabulous.
are a volunteer nonprofit. So we are a 501c3. Nobody gets paid, not even me. I do this out of the goodness of my heart. So it does help us pay it forward to help others. So you help us, we help others.
Well, this is why originally we met you as an inspirational leader, and now we're just seeing how much more work that you really do get to do, which is fabulous.
So that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So hopefully these little goodies will help, and hopefully people will participate in that giveaway, so that they can learn how to make the banner and do Boolean searches on LinkedIn and outside of LinkedIn. Because once you do 300 searches a month, then that's it. LinkedIn will not allow you to search anymore. You have to wait for the end of the month and then the beginning of the next month. So I've got some tricks up my sleeve.
Listen, thank you again for your generosity. And I learned that I thought I knew some stuff on LinkedIn because I use it quite a bit. And wow, I learned there's a lot I need to do. So thank you, Lynne. Thank you for being you and standing in your leadership. We love you.
Okay. Thanks.
We'll see you soon. Everyone sign up for the giveaway, and we'll be seeing more of Lynne, right, Lynne? You're going to come back again and visit us?
Absolutely. Happy to.
Okay, good. Yes, see you soon.
Okay, take care.